What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share a quick story with you about the car additives or fluid additives that they make, and how you want to be super careful with them. So this truck is a 1999 Dodge Ram 1500. It's a two-wheel drive. It's a V8 5.2 liter engine. So this truck was running just fine, and a couple of weeks ago, I don't drive it much at all, so it was driving fine, it was shifting fine, it had all gears, and it had reverse, everything was just fine. And one day I looked at the fluid, the transmission fluid, and it was just a tiny bit low. So I thought maybe I can, since it's a high mileage, it has 175,000 miles. I opened the hood and I said, okay, maybe I'll just add a additive to the transmission here. So I found this STP transmission additive, and it says high mileage transmission, stop slip, leak repair, extra protection for transmissions over 75,000 miles. And here on the back it says exactly: friction modifier, seal agent, antioxidants, high quality base stock. So I put that in the transmission through the dipstick. So what happened next, the very next day, the first day I drove it, I took it on a 55 miles drive each way. So I went 55 miles, and I think at mile 53 or 54, going that way to the destination, the truck put the overdrive off light on the dash, and it started kind of jerking. So I parked, and I let it cool down, and then on the way back I drove about 20 miles or so, and then it started jerking, and then it just stopped. It didn't want to move. And then I parked it again, and then I figured that I lost reverse. So and then the transmission grinds and squeaks and all kind of stuff at third gear. So my theory is, I don't want to blame the mechanical failure on the additive, but this is a high mileage truck, and these Dodge Rams are known to have a weak transmission. So my theory is this additive, when I put it in, it kind of cleaned up all the gunk and all the residue inside the transmission, and it pushed it all through the cooler lines, the transmission cooler lines. And that overdrive light off means that the transmission is overheating or is running too hot. So I believe this cleaned up all the gunk and pushed it through the cooler lines. Okay, so I am under the truck now. This is the transmission. These are the cooler lines. That's the return to the pan right here, and that's the one that goes to the cooler in the front of the radiator, and it comes back. So my theory is that so much junk in the transmission from being a high mileage, when I put the additive in, it cleaned it up and it pushed it through the lines, which clogged the lines or clogged the cooler in the front. Okay, so this is the cooler line, the transmission cooler lines coming from the transmission, and there is a hidden cooler here between the condenser and the radiator. So I think what happens is these got clogged, or the cooler itself got clogged, overheated the transmission, and created that problem where it burned the clutches and even ruined the gears themselves. So I have used Lucas so many times in the past in very high mileage cars, and this never happened. However, this, I'll show you this in a second. It's not thick stuff like Lucas, and it's not red. So I'm thinking maybe I made a mistake putting it in, or this stuff has it's just too many detergent that cleans up the transmission and clogs all kind of lines and stuff and valves. But however, these trucks also again are known for, you know, having weak transmissions, and transmissions just grenade and explode and ruin themselves. So I'm gonna pour some in this cup. As you can see, it's not thick at all. It has very low viscosity, and it is kind of colored black. Not sure what this stuff is, but I'm definitely not gonna use this additive ever again. Not because it's bad, maybe it's good. I actually love the STP, the engine oil additive, the high mileage one, the gray can, just like this, but it's a gray can. I've been using that for a long time, and it eliminated the cold start kind of valve, kind of ticking noise on cold starts. So I really not gonna use this. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, I'm not sure. So my theory again, that it cleaned up the transmission and clogged the cooler lines and the cooler itself. So I'm not sure. Maybe you can help me in the comment section. Let me know, what do you think of this whole situation? Maybe the transmission was going bad anyway, but I had zero symptoms. There was no slipping, no jerking, nothing. It was shifting fine. But again, these Rams are known for weak transmission. So let me know, what do you think in the comment section happened here. I'm not gonna blame anybody or any product or anything, but I'm just thinking that maybe for high mileage and transmission with not so clean fluids, maybe you shouldn't use any additive at all. Again, I usually use Lucas, but when I drain the fluid and put new filter in, I put new fluid in with Lucas. Maybe that's the way to go, or just don't use any additive at all. So the point of this video is, be careful before you put anything in your transmission. It may ruin your transmission overall. So again, let me know what you think happened here in the comment section. Let me know what your theory is, and hopefully we can talk about this and figure out what exactly happened. So that's it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Hopefully it was helpful in any way. If it was, please subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.